episode of Debate Club.
So, Percy Jackson, a marvelous story, one that we have all seen the movies.
Of course, I've seen the movies.
Like, can you imagine living in that world? The mythology, the powers, the camp.
I see your Percy Jackson and I raise you one of the greatest movie franchises of all time. Harry Potter. Duh. Who did not wait for their Hogwarts letter?
You would be a horrible wizard.
And Nikki would actually be the worst half-blood ever.
So you would rather be a wizard than a half-blood?
Which world is better to live in? Harry Potter or Percy Jackson? Okay, first of all, I'm going to bring up the Hogwarts letter thing again. There's nobody who did not wait for it. There's a whole...
Wow, I got a letter from an owl. Wow, how exciting. I'm going to some school.
I would be delighted to have received a letter from an owl.
Oh my god. Unless it's going to give me some food, I don't really care.
I'm not joking. When I was younger, I really wanted to have a headwig. I wanted to train an owl to do that for me. And the best way I have is pigeons, which is really sad. It's really upsetting.
Let me see. So in your fantasy world, your wizarding world, you'd rather have a boring owl
First of
than
all,
what?
We are both fantasy worlds. Don't say that like it's condescending and mean.
No, but your fantasy world has boring plain animals like an owl.
Did you just say boring plain animals?
Hold on. You have an owl that gives you this letter, while my demigod world has centaurs, has so many.
You want to talk about magical creatures? Because this is not the question, by the way. We're talking about magical creatures. Hagrid has...
He's not a creature, heads up.
He is a caretaker of magical creatures. He has a lot of illegal ones. There are dragons. There are... What was his name? Buckbeak? Hippogriff?
Yeah, the hippogriff.
Oh my gosh, so cool. There are scary ones as well. There are unicorns. Fun.
Oh, how exciting. A horse with a horn. Sorry.
Listen, you're defending a Poseidon man, okay?
Yes, a Poseidon
Horses
man.
are like his
God
thing.
of the sea, Poseidon man.
Horses are his thing.
Yes?
Why did you say that like it's a question?
No. What do you mean horses are his thing?
Yes? Maybe.
What do you mean horses are his thing?
Poseidon's thing are like horses, babe.
What do you mean Poseidon's thing are...
Anyway, can I be so honest? We are not discussing if we would rather be a wizard or a demigod. My answer is wizard because there's just a whole process to it. You get a wand with which you can do a bunch of different things.
Oh, sorry, I got bored listening to about your bloody wand.
You're so funny. Guys, Nikki's so funny. He did a little snore. Ooh,
I would
funny.
tell you exactly why I'd rather be a demigod. Because in your Hogwarts world, kids...
Don't say Hogwarts like it's lame. Illegal.
In your magical world, better. Is that okay now?
You need to stop making fantasy worlds and magical worlds sound condescending. I love them.
Fine. Hogwarts is a boring school. Whereas Camp Half-Blood is a camp that kids go to train, to fight, and to learn about their godparents.
Their father.
Sorry, I was thinking of Percy Jackson in particular.
What daddy issues?
Well, no, he has, but that's a separate thing. I'd rather be a demigod for a simple reason. Imagine having one of your parents as a god, having their abilities, their skills, their fighting, everything about them.
A parent as a god comes with very, very severe daddy and mommy issues because you never get to see them. They're just up there on Olympus doing their thing, and you have to live without them. I think the wizarding world in itself is so cool. If you're a wizard, you get to... there's Hogsmeade, which we don't even talk about. There's...
Wow, some random bar.
Girl.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
There's a whole community around it, and the powers that you have get to complement that. So what I love about it is it's not just the Avada Kedavras and the Liver Corpuses. I'm mentioning all the defensive spells. Yeah.
Not
just the
Avada Kedavra isn't a defense spell. It's a
death. It's a very big offense spell.
It's a death.
It's a death spell. But aside from all those, you also get I thought it was really cute, the little quirks that you get to see. You get to make your teaspoon go around by itself in your tea. It's a whole, everything's incorporated.
Wow, my tea is going around in circles.
I would rather be a wizard.
Okay, and I'd rather be a demigod.
Oh, of course it's Hogwarts.
Why?
I'm gonna mention it again. It is. Imagine, do you enjoy your uni life right now?
Yes, I do.
Imagine that with magic. Amazing.
Wow, I'd so love to go to lectures, have to listen, and then be like, oh, spell.
You just said you enjoy your uni life.
Yeah, I enjoy my uni life. doesn't mean anything.
Imagine your uni life, but imagine, okay, guys, we know this guy.
Can you
called-
imagine our friends with spells?
Yes, I was just about to mention our
Why are
friends
you
with spells.
excited about that?
Nikki and I have some of the same classes, okay? And there are just, imagine trying to hit on women using Harry Potter spells.
You want that to be a possibility?
No, actually.
You want him to have access to potions?
I think it would be funny. And I think it would also
It would
make...
be dangerous.
It would be hilarious.
Whereas on my camp, where we're all, again, what's that face?
If you start to say something about how your camp is not dangerous.
Hold on. Oh, my camp has a protective barrier around it. Your
Oh, a lot of good that barrier's doing, by the way.
It has been so good. What are you saying?
Okay, monsters that enter regardless of that barrier.
Oh, I'm sorry, Voldemort. In how many?
Voldemort had a hard time, to be fair. Voldemort had a
did
hard
he?
time, yes.
First movie, was Voldemort not there? Or sorry, he was in someone else's head, but he was there.
Okay, you just answered your own. You plot holed yourself.
He was in it. He was in the school.
No, he wasn't in the school. He was in the body
school.
of another person.
He took over Professor Quirrell. He took over his body. Okay, my camp didn't have that.
Yo, no, just to capture the flag. What's its name?
Exactly.
Mechanical
we had
bull.
Fun games where children would compete
Fun
against each
games.
other. Yes, fun
Where
games.
children Quidditch. That also happens in Quidditch. We don't need no mechanical bulls to be interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather fall off a broom and get hurt?
Oh no, falling off a broom and getting hurt.
Yes, falling off a broom. Imagine you're
Nikki.
like,
then you have
and then they
Dumbledore
fall.
be like, boo, 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 and it'll be fine.
Dumbledore dies halfway through.
Stop. Oh my god, spoilers.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers. His protector dies.
And then it's fine, because then there are other protectors.
If you say Hogwarts or Harry Potter's world would be safer,
You were talking about how Hogwarts had like an evil person on the inside, but are we not going to address the giant Luke-shaped elephant in the room?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop it, Nikki. He was literally a demigod who turned against his own, just like Voldemort. So you need to stop talking smack about Voldemort because it happened a lot closer to home in Percy Jackson.
We have Snape, which in the end, fine, good guy, but through half the movie, he was not good.
What are you saying? He was always trying to low-key protect. Yes, he was. No, that's facts. That's not me making an argument.
Fine, let's put Snape aside. There were so many professors that were working against Harry.
But there was also...
Besides Luke, who was at Camp Half-Blood that was going against Percy?
You remember when Percy and Annabeth, the blood thing happened? There arose some threat from the freaking ground because they bled on some soil. That sounds problematic and also very internal.
That's problematic?
Yes.
Not giving spells to children that could be like death. That's not problematic.
Okay, they get immediately arrested. This is like
Oh
Nikki,
my
Nikki,
God,
imagine,
they get immediately
Nikki,
arrested. Wow.
Nikki, imagine in a school here, your teacher goes, "Hey, don't hit that boy," and you punch him in the face. There are gonna be consequences
honest.
for your actions.
Yeah, imagine giving students the ability to kill their lecturers.
Dude, anyone has the ability to do bad things. It's the consequences of those actions, and they have a literal ministry and Harry Potter to check that.
How
Where
boring.
are your...
They're giving you all this power and they don't even let you use it.
Pause. You can't argue in favor of, safety, and then when I'm like, safety,
No,
you'll
'cause
be
you're
like, boring.
Your school is giving you access to spells that can hurt people. What's my camp doing? It's giving you weapons to train and protect yourself.
Oh, just weapons.
Mine has better parents. Yours doesn't.
You, what parent? I can't see Poseidon anywhere.
Oh, at least mine are alive.
Would you rather, okay, an actual question here. Would you rather alive parents who are absent in your life?
Hey,
or
his mother wasn't absent. That's the only thing I say.
He's cutting me off. I need to do that again now. I need to do it again. Would you rather have alive parents who are absent in your life or dead parents who really, really tried their hardest when they were alive?
Okay, now can I say my piece? Firstly...
You let me finish mine, so I'll let you finish yours.
Oh, how nice of you. What I'm trying to say is, firstly, leave his mother out of it. She was there... What? You said absent parents.
No, his mother was very present.
Yes.
But so were Harry Potter's.
When? When they were dead?
When they... I almost said some bad words. When they sacrifice their literal lives so that their son survives. It's the whole shtick of the movie, Nicholas Perry.
Oh, with the full Nicholas Christina Despot?
You just called me Nicholas Christina Despot.
No, because I was saying how you're going with the full Nicholas, and I was like, okay, Christina Despot.
No, you went the full Nicholas Christina Despot.
Poseidon says how he can't take care of Percy because Zeus didn't allow it, which is why he sacrificed his relationship with his son.
You're judging my Harry Potter, my Lily and James for the same thing that your Percy father, your Poseidon. Percy father. They sacrificed themselves for their son, so they also sacrificed their relationship with their son so that he can live.
I'm just going to say one thing. His parents had access to these spells. So, why didn't one of them at least use Avada Kedavra or Voldemort?
Because they're good people. Also, there was no time. There was no time. Have you seen that heartbreaking sequence?
Yes, I have seen it. But if the mother had just left Harry in the cot, done Avada Kedavra, fine, she may have gone to prison. But at least she would have been alive.
Another question for our audience. If there is a serial killer in your home and your child is asleep, do you A, leave the child alone to go murder said intruder?
I didn't say leave him alone. I said leave him in the cot and she protects him in front of the cot.
Ooh.
Can I just start with saying something? Alexandria Daddario.
Oh, I love Alexandria Daddario.
Like, easily Percy Jackson's trio out happened. And also, Grover was just an overall amazing guy.
Also, wait, that was creepy. He literally just went, oh my god, the actress, with no mention about the trio. You're just like, oh yeah, she's hot, put me in there. Also, if we're using that argument, Emma Watson, hello.
Difference.
Yes,
difference. Because in that trio, there's a Ron. A Ginger. I'm sorry. What?
Ron.
What are you gonna say?
Is more comic relief than Grover.
Ron had Scabbers. Scabbers, who, if we, when we watch the movies, find out was helping Voldemort. And then said where Lillian and what?
I'm going to be so evil right now.
What?
Guys, Nikki has a dog called Nemo.
Oh, why are you?
We love Nemo.
Yes.
If you found out that Nemo was an evil arch nemesis of yours, how would you feel?
I don't have an arch nemesis.
Nemesis?
I don't have an arch nemesis.
Imagine you did and he was Nemo.
I will shoot the dog.
No, you won't, first of all. And second of all, it's not your fault if Nemo is evil. Just like it's not Ron's fault. He didn't know he was harboring a fugitive.
But
this is like when you date a guy.
Ron had Scabbers in the trio because he thought of him as a pet.
This is like when you date a guy. When I date a guy.
And you think you can fix him? What?
No. And I didn't know he was broken. And then Nikki's like, oh, Chrissy, he really was broken. And then I have to just deal with it. I didn't know. It's not my fault. They're just bad guys. Scabbers was just an evil rat. Also, we're not talking about the trio.
No.
If you're talking about dynamics, I think the Harry Potter one is way more iconic. Way more iconic. Also, how basic for Percy to get the girl. Like, let's go Ron and Hermione. Like, a bit too basic. I think the dynamic is better. Even like in terms of you have exactly what you need where you need it. Mm-hmm. So Harry, even though he's like a bit dumb, he's noble enough to make it amazing. Ron is like the support and Hermione's the brains. It just works, I want to be a part of that dynamic. I want to sit in the library with tea and talk about spells and things, gillyweed and such.
Well, you wouldn't be talking about spells. You'd be getting a lecture from Hermione, most probably.
No.
Yes.
You're talking dirt on my girl, Hermione.
I'm sorry, it's your
Put
trio.
some respect on her name. Without Hermione, can we be so real? Without Hermione, those boys would not have lasted a book. Those boys would be dead. Just like Annabeth, to be fair.
Mine
dead.
Probably wouldn't have.
Is the You know what? What if we make a new trio with the girls? We'll make Annabeth, Hermione, Nikki, Chrissy.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, sure. I'm just hearing I'm getting benefits, but sure.
Oh my god, Nikki!
You just said, say what you said again.
I meant the smartness.
In conclusion, I can't be the only person that when growing up, seeing all these mythical characters, mythical creatures, and hoping that I could be part of it.
We all waited for our Hogwarts letter. The characters are quite frankly just cooler and more fun to be around. It would be just amazing to be roaming the halls of Hogwarts, to be engaged in those types of lectures.
Can you imagine going to Camp Half-Blood? All these battles and adventures you could go on? That's why I believe Percy Jackson is the overall winner.
Robe shopping and one shopping. That is an experience that would have been crazy for anybody. And for that reason, I think Harry Potter's our winner. Who won and what should we debate next? If you enjoyed this, do give it a like, a little subscribe. And remember, the first rule of Debate Club is don't talk about Debate Club. Don't talk about it, Nikki.
I wasn't going to.
I don't believe you.
I'm just sitting here silent, and how am I getting blamed for speaking about something I don't speak about?
We're out of the debate. That's okay. I love you.
I love you too.